how could this affect players' development. But we can talk a lot about the pathways and what should be the mechanism and what are the implementations with the Football Federation for guide our players for reach to a level we start to see so many African players the reach. For help we talk more on this topic, we'll talk to Kendall Doka from from the United States, a football coach where they deal with kids. And as well, we also turn our attention to a very big one. What could this mean for African football? As CAF overturn the AFCON final decision and strip off Senegal the championship and award them to Morocco. Well, what does the rule say? All that could be part of the program this morning. And could this be a very bad precedent set up by CAF? After the break, we could bring all of this to you. But for now, let's just go for a quick break. From our partners, One Expert, where we come, we'll talk to Kendall Doka, all the way from the United States.
OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your lot. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 riyals plus 123 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.
All right, welcome back from the break on 99.3 FM this morning. They get real loud and clear, and this now your midweek edition of the Epic Sports Show, where they're on Arts to you and bring to you the very best of things them way you definitely want for know. And we're not just to talk about this issue and just allow them for slide off. But again, ensuring that we will forget a lot of things. So we just don't been joined in the studios, but far away from the studio. But again, he's with us. Just imagine if you look at the time difference between Salon now and the United States is way like 5 hours different. But Kendall, are you set? Good morning, and you get you loud and clear from your end.
Yes, yes. Good morning, Sierra Leone.
All right. Let, let's start off with this conversation. Salona Ikonski Usai get so much talent of players because this we discuss about football. So let limit time to football players. So much talent, but there should be a pathway, and there should be processes. And you don't deal with kids, so till you go to adults. What are the fundamental processes or pathway from grassroots to greatness before we talk about the professional level?
Well, there there has to be access. Access is very very important. There has to be an environment where every weekend, in every corner you go, you see kids are playing all over the place. Like many kids has to be playing soccer. So the most important thing about developing players, developing talent, is infrastructure.
Okay.
Um, like if you go to Brazil, if you go to the European country, or even Morocco, um, any 1 mile where you drive, you will see football courts. This doesn't even have to be like a big field, like a full size artificial turf field. Um, just those five aside, or futsal courts. If you go places like Marrakesh, Tangier, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, um, every a few minutes when you drive, you will see these courts are all over the place. So there has to be access for kids to be playing football all the time. That's one. And also there has to be a roadmap,
Okay.
um, like a development roadmap from the Football Federation, and a robust coaching education system, and club management. It's not just coaching, but administrative education as well, and a league, a competitive environment, from elite academy level all the way to recreational level.
Now, let we establish the fact that not only hidden secrets, Salone, they are among countries, or well, I don't want to say countries, but we as a country not get a proper youth football development structures like from grassroots. Because why am I saying this? We don't see a couple of times when we start to get young boys around 15 for play maybe national competitions or friendly matches. But the pathway has been the major concern. Do you think over the years we don't do things right, or not the right way we don't do them as we want for nurture the next generation of players? You feel as a country we don't do enough in that direction, especially that has to do with grassroots.
Um, yeah, unfortunately, there is not a lot that I can say that we've done right over the years when it comes to grassroots development. Um, yeah, there is not really a lot to write home about when it comes to grassroots development. So over the past few years, um, the FA and some regional association
Hmm.
they've hosted this kind of spa- like on very few occasions they've hosted like some age groups of youth league, but this has not been consistent. um, so youth league has to be just like the Premier League. um, it has to be on a regular basis. You don't just come and say, "Oh, in the next 2 months we're gonna do U14, and then another 2 months we'll do U16." All of those age groups has to be playing concurrently, um, um, throughout the calendar year. So some country them they will, like Spain, for example, they will do like annual, just like the regular La Liga schedule, where it will go from like August all the way to June. And like in the US and the UK, for like the younger age groups, most leagues will go by term, by like school term. So where you have like the fall season, you have like winter, which in most cases it will be indoor futsal, and then you go outside back in the spring. But like for the older age groups like U13 and up, for like on the at the elite level, um, it's a 10-month calendar. The league starts like August and like May or early June. And that has to be happening every year on a regular basis. Like not every couple of years, you say, "Well, you can't do these age groups." Um, and it only lasts for like 2 months. And then you say you do another age group. So there has to be intentional um, setting up of a consistent youth development roadmap, where academies are identified all over the countries that participate in this development.
All right. While I listen to you keenly, I try for put a lot of attention where you talk based on the knowledge where you get around grassroots football development. But now let's go back to the era of Naim Kadi. Why I decided this example? There was effective, in as much as those were the dark days when I still feel like not just per lamp who don't light for us inside a dark place. There's not all side you can foresee, but we can't see just outside we day. Naim Kadi was a president of blessed memory. We believe around grassroots football. So he organized a national under 17 competition, under 15 and 17. We help we for see a lot of potentials. And some of these players will play that competition, they few years down the line, now they compete in the Premier League, and some don't even they play for the national team. What is the responsibility? Let's differentiate. While I differentiate for you, what should be the responsibility of the SLFA? What should be the responsibility of the club and as well the technical department?
So the FA sets the roadmap, and the FA set the roadmap. For example, the FA should have like a football development roadmap, and whatever they want for column methodology or DNA, football DNA. So that document include um, training formats for every age group, from like under 6 all the way to under 20 or under 19 or under 23, and game format. We don't really have any official game format, like a nationwide official game format. You go, na salon na Wilberforce Barracks Field, for example. and you go see people team that they play and say that I use 17, and then they play six aside, and so there has to be a game format for each of the age groups, and each country is slightly different. Some similar, some slightly different. So, for example, under 6 to under 8, you say, okay, we're gonna do 4 versus 4 or 3 versus 3 in this age group. As a kid growing up, I remember I grew up in Solia Street, and I remember playing league, participating in the league na Akibobet school. The Miguel Slab there, where when they play 3 versus 3 at that league there. And I'm the captain of me team, Guinea Goal, what we call Guinea Goal at the time.
Yeah.
I think I was probably, I mean, it happened for a while, so maybe somewhere between the age of 8 to 10. Um, but yeah, it has to be structured in a way where you say, okay, from 6 to 8, 3 versus 3 or 4 versus 4, from 9 to 12 or 9 to 11,
All right.
you go 7 or 8 aside, and then 11 aside should not be until like 14 maybe. Most countries start at 13. Um, so it could either be anywhere from 13 to 14 or even 15 for 11 aside.
Okay.
So the league operators then now know say if I on another league when I under 12, now this space that we need, this goal size, the game for last for this amount of time, 25 minutes each half. Um, and again, academy operators then will say, okay, this age group, now this amount of hours then for practice during the week. And this is what we should focus on. Say, for example, if you coach players when are under 8 or under 9, you don't want to bother them, to be seeing the ball, even if a teammate is open. At their age group, then the most important thing is for giving them the confidence for able for dribble and take on players one-on-one, or dribble past 2-3 players at a time. So that should be the focus on those age groups.
All right. Now let's look at another important issue. But again, what you feel like say now the biggest gap in football development system na Salone, from grassroots to professional and to the level where the country they currently in terms of football. Explain to our listeners what's now the biggest gap inside football development na Salone system from grassroots to professional level. What's now the gap?
The biggest gap is basically their pathways. There is lack of pathways, development pathways. So what development pathways is, again, having academy leagues, but we should not only just focus on elite level, because some players are late the developers. Not everybody from U13 are at the physical and psychological and technical level to play academy at high level at that age. So both academy and grassroots and school, there has to be access for every player to play. So the biggest gap is pretty much the development pathways. There has to be consistent development pathways from, again, under 7, under 8, all the way to under 20. And up until now, the Division 1 league, Division 2 league, which are pretty much senior youth level for the most part in our country, Still, no, they run under a regular calendar. It's
Okay.
pretty much like a playoff to go to the Premier
Premier
League.
League, yeah.
They wait until like late in the spring, around this time, pretty much. We started the league and they start maybe like a month ago, less than 2 months ago, before they start. These leagues has to be run on a 10-month calendar, just like the Premier League.
Okay, Kendall, quick one.
Because, yeah,
This is something significant. There are a couple of young players who don't emerge. We look at them and say this is a very big thing. This could be possibly another big star from this country. So, at what stage do most talented young players get lost in the system, and why does these things happening? There are a couple of names I could mention where when they start, oh, this is the next big thing. But this young talented player or players who just lost in the system. What make this to happen? How can we solve some of those issues?
to specify, like how old are these players that
Well, let's say they can
you
start
talk
at a
about?
young. Well, maybe some of them got identified in the U15 competition or U17 competition. Before you imagine 2 years down the line, they are nowhere to be found. Could that be problem from the players, or if you say with poor management structure, with poor players development, can make them just come 1 2 year, then they just vanish and lost totally. You can't find them anymore in the system.
Yeah, I mean, um, this is common even in US or in Europe. Not all young prodigy then ended up becoming stars that realize their potential. In our case, um, most of these players, they've cheated they've like their age level when they come with not the real age. In most cases, 99% of the time, unfortunately. And so we get that stigma there in the international scouting market. Personally, I've experienced it
Okay.
when approaching scouts them in Europe and telling them that I'm from Sierra Leone. That's the first thing, at least on 3 4 occasions in when I've approached scouts from European clubs. Then they all have that in their mind. So you could see a U20 player or a U15 or U17 player, um, but that player has dropped maybe 3 4 5 years of their age or even more
Hmm.
in some cases. So so unfortunately they're not giving the same they're not giving player then the same opportunity when they will give that same talent from Mali or Senegal. And we've seen the example where we play then gonna the youth international tournaments and they perform very, very well, even better than some of these Senegalese or Malian players. Then. But these Senegalese or Malian players end up in Barcelona and
Yeah, yeah.
Tottenham
Hmm.
and Brighton, this type of teams, or even Gambian players. While we don't play at the end, they go Division Two now, Israel or Azerbaijan Division One, and so we get for the FA has to make um, efforts, conscious efforts for clean the image of we country when it comes to age cheating. So we pray that they will get the same access as we neighboring countries then talents then. Um, but also within the country, um, it's not that there's not lack of opportunity. Well, when it comes to like the U17 and older level, them players they also they they are given opportunities like the Premier League,
Mm-hmm.
the professional league. But for the U15, they don't get like again a consistent league. So if you're not able to make them the Premier League, you have to wait for a couple of years, and that couple of years, that's a big deal. So there has to be a consistent youth league, U15, U16, U17, U14. There has to be a consistent youth league. I mean, I mentioned on
Yeah.
this platform before,
Mm-hmm.
where the FA should set a criteria for academies then, for meet, and for rank their academies in there as elite academy or national elite academies nationwide, and where then they compete against each other. And maybe for safe cost, you can kind of schedule them around the time where the Premier League team then serve the schedule. So they will use the same logistics in terms of transportation, fuel. Like here in America, for example, elite academies, them where we they travel for go play. So if we they play this other club, we travel say 1 hour for go play this other club. That same game day where they host we the U all of the age groups then from U13 all the way to U19. Then they play that same day. They also taking then we can say we can plan with the academy. Say, well, we'll only host three age groups: U13, 14, 15, and then the other day we host another three age group. But most academy then get 3, 4, 5 fields then.
Mm-hmm.
Now the facility. So then they use 2 field, and the games that they play concurrently. So the U15 and the U16 then they play each other in a different field then. So now you don't need for drive you coaches them or you or you trainers them stay then they go play game na Virginia, and the U13 they go Virginia, the U15 they go Pennsylvania, and the U19 they go West Virginia. So when we go play West Virginia, at the elite level, at the top level, MLS Next Academy, ECNL, those top academy level, where you go play, say, West Virginia, you take all of your youth teams and go play West Virginia. So, for example, in the case of Salon, FC Calon, they play, say, Bo Rangers youth.
So all category of FC Calon for able for play Bo Rangers.
Yeah, so FC Calon, they go Bo with the under 14, the under 16, the under 18, or whatever category is there. That same trip day. So this age group play from like, it can even start from early in the morning, from like 9 to like 11, this age group play, and the other age group play from like 11 to 1, and maybe even leading all the way up to the professional team.
Okay.
So there has to be a way that it will work, a system that's set up in the Salon context. But the most important thing is there has to be a proper development platform and pathway for youth players then.
There is a saying where go say we can only get better players if we get better coach or better coaches. If we not get better coaches, we can't get better players, because the teaching has to be from the head coach. But do you think how important we coaching quality then at the country in terms of grassroots football for able to shape the level of players reaching their potential? If you say we get high quality of coaching, we will highly rely on for able to bring out a lot of stars from grassroots level.
Yeah, this is a work in progress. I mean, we are far behind, and this cannot be solved by just issuing licenses or host licenses. there has to be um, a conscious, intentional effort in developing coaches. Um, so currently, the FA don't the new administration don't get we into the CAF coaching convention
Hmm.
for the DNC license, which are pretty much what you need to coach at the grassroots level for for the most part, up until like under 12, under 13. Um, for elite grassroots for well, elite level, some people are not they call them grassroots. So once you come to elite, like under 14 and older, that is not part of grassroots anymore. For those level, you need at least a B license. So hopefully the FA will continue for um, improve in that aspect in terms of the coaching education until we get into the A. But that's not enough. You training coaches for understand certain concepts based on the curriculum for CAF and get the license, and training coaches to develop players in a country
Hmm.
under a unified philosophy. Um, those are two different things. So I think we have to blend that part. So that was my initial criticism of the FA. That um, yes, it's good that they try for bring this license back, um, um, but also they need to train these coaches under a DNA, under a Sierra football development roadmap,
Okay.
for these coaches to understand exactly what are our priorities at different principles of play, what and different age group, different stages of development. What should be the approach for these coaches to train players? That document needs to the SLAFA needs to create that
All right.
document. It's
Uh,
very, very important.
so, Coach, before we go for we first break now, um, do you think talent just enough? Because we get a couple of young players, we get talent. Do you think talent now just if you say talent just enough, or if you say they need more exposure and networking that has to do with agents or whatsoever or intermediaries? What do you think for doing that direction? The talent is there. If you say we need more networking and exposure for our players.
Um, when it comes to the networking, I don't know if that is a problem, because I mean there are agents that are coming. These clubs like Star Sports and um, you have
No,
a
well,
lot.
yeah, we don't see clubs that
We
don't count agents. Then we don't see so many clubs.
yes, we have exposure, and I've spoken to some of these agents. So the reality of the matter is we just don't have players that are good enough. Um, so talent is what is talent? It's just how you define talent. Are you talking about the raw talent or the actual talent? So why do you
So what
think
are what are the two difference? The raw one is something somebody born with, or the one that is being trained by a coach to develop his skills.
no, I mean the raw talent is what we all born with. We
Okay.
come Africa,
Yeah.
majority of us. But why are we not winning World Cups? Why there is no Iniesta from Africa? I mean, it's not magic. The reason that there is no Iniestas in Africa because Africa does not have La Masia. Um, we don't have Hazard. There is no De Bruyne. coming from Africa. But in actuality, we have like in our DNA, we have better physical um, abilities. We have more athleticism than any other race on planet Earth. That's why you see sports that soccer, for me, this is my opinion, is the most difficult. It seems most easy in the eye for people who don't really know about soccer, but soccer is the most difficult contact sport where you get for use your brain more than any other sport. Certain sports, before you play them, you get forget certain physical presence, certain physical characteristics. A five person weighing at 5'10", it's almost impossible for you to go play basketball. American football, for example, if you not get a certain weight, you cannot play a certain position at all. Obviously, when it comes to the goalkeeper position, I mean, we've had some goalkeeper where they're 5'6" or 5'7", like Campos, like in the 90s, Campos from Mexico. So even goalkeeper, you do have some short goalkeeper, but that's very very rare, especially in the in the modern game. But apart from goalkeeper, there is no requirement of any height or weight for play any position. Obviously, most strikers them tall, most centre backs them tall, but the only centre back we don't win Ballon d'Or, for example, the Italian guy.
Yeah, Cannavaro,
I
Fabio
think he's like
Cannavaro, Fabio
Cannavaro. He
Cannavaro.
was like 5'10" or 5'9" or somewhere along those lines. So and we have lots of great strikers there, amazing strikers there. Where these guys are not big, like Sergio Aguero, even this Argentine guy where they play for Atletico and then Manchester City. He's not a tall guy.
Yeah,
So
Alvarez.
football, football doesn't need any physical presence,
Okay.
or any physical characteristic. Football is all in the brain, and that brain there, it has to be developed. It has to. It's like putting knowledge into somebody become engineer or for become accountant. You cannot just grab and become an accountant. You have to go through education process. Then therefore teach you. And therefore teach you mathematics for become engineer. So it's the same thing with football. So that raw talent, like somebody will just grow up and so this person is good per math, so you get math brain. But if you don't go school, you get good school actually, and even in some cases you get tutor outside of school for help you with what problems, calculus, and all that. And day you will understand calculus at the age of 20.
Hmm.
So it's the same thing with football. You born with your raw talent, but you need a proper development system. Again, that's why especially in positions then where you need high level of intelligence and soccer IQ and quick thinking. Um, you don't see a lot of African players dominating in those positions because of the lack of proper development system. They're using most African players, even in this day and age, right now. Who are our best midfielders that have come from Africa over the past decades? Michael Essien, Yaya Toure. What are their most characteristics? They're powerful. They're power. The power who can win the ball, can shoot the ball from long distance and stuff like that. We don't really have a lot of African players then that you could say, this guy is skillful, like he can pick a pass from any angle, like a Xavi kind of African players then. Because to become a Xavi, it takes a lot of work, a lot of drilling, a lot of like from a very, very young age, understanding of the game to playing out of pressure with calm, with calmness. So the FA gets a lot for do with training coaches how to develop players
Okay.
at different stages of development for us to produce not just physical players, but also intelligent players.
All right, so we'll go for a quick break. When we return, we will open the phone line for take a couple of calls, and we will come back to a guest. We currently will do a virtual read in respect of how we for able for create a more constructive pathway for how we develop players from we take them from grassroots, bring them to greatness, and get professional football after the break.
OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 Leons. Plus 153 spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 Leons. Plus 153 spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 Leons. Plus 153 spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.
All right, let's start for put some calls through now, as we don't start forget calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, it's Toby. Good morning to everybody.
Yes, Mr. Williams from Wasalo, kindly go ahead and make your point.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, and I appreciate the guest we talk to from the United States. My brother, the question no more. The question no more we no ask, we no answer. Now we ask us. I the reach we to that. Always don't give you the idea that we don't give you. I go tell you. My brother, the problem to football na Sierra Leone, na grassroots football now not the tick. Na grassroots. They know the kids school go to the picking them like from 12. Like from age 9, you see the way they talk Papa Jack, now me don't begin do anaya. Football na from the grassroots, na the football they come out. Now me go look, you see like Brazil, then they all parts of the world. You see, for less salon go get the player like Yami Yamal so, you know go able. For less get a man is Ronaldo, you know go able because you know begin from grassroots and the academy, the facilities. You talk about pathway na like we begin something where they get roads for development. Now that na the thing. The man they so tell we say all the thing and they will lack na this country. Consistent league to them about them school league. Now any for try for put structure in place. The FA for do something for let football go more in this country. But we lack
Right.
panicking. Thank you. All
right, Mr. Williams, let's take a couple of more calls. 079-994-993. Call and be part of the program this morning, and let's take this next caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, good morning, boss.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, the lion, go ahead.
Yes, sir. They are like Puba. But as you know, they talk about ETSO first. What you for begin consider? What do you feel first? What do you feel inside for play? The one that say we the Premier, they no get we in a big club in this country, they no get feel. Who side in the train force? We check like a people who side people let me go play. It again. Because the school don't take them. Not all kind of fluff they go there now. Waiting for the head was not all side. The academy, who side? Now side for go play. Even the beach set now. You know that by Cabal, where you know join them, right? You can't go play. They go tell you say, now Dick and Jack, now we get here. This now we what's here? You know one thing, Shalom, bro, not structure, bro. Not really structure. First time, if any Southside you come, you get feel. Any Southside you come feel and the who side you go play. But them people like Blackpool, Lions. Tell me, who saw una sit on table? Una day when they not get feel for good train force. I would say you expect other people for good train. Thank you very much, bro.
All right, let's take more calls. So these are the discussions we get, and let's say before see how can we move from that bad precedents. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name was Arsenal
and calls yesterday.
All right. Well, that is not which we discuss. Sorry. When we reach to that, we'll talk about. This is something where we on sports program. We're not just the big things beat by pieces. But we'll get a topic, we'll put out the topic, then we'll talk on the topic. 079 994 993. Let's take a couple of more calls. We as well go talk a little about the decision from the CAF disciplinary committee for strip off the champions from Senegal and award them to Morocco in the expect of what happen. What does the rule says? How does the rules applied? All that will start for squeeze a little bit for you as we continue with the program. The number you call in at 079 994 993 079 994 993. So this comes to some people as a very, very big surprise. But Morocco, we are doing a lot behind the scene, taking the matter to CAF. But the sad reality is not only the referee determine an abandoned match. An abandoned match can't be determined by the fourth official, not the assistant referee, but the center referee, and they determine that this game is an abandoned game for reason A, B, and C. But we all see the match continue. We all see the penalty was taken, and there are a couple of things will happen after that. But could this be the downfall of Patrick Motsepe after a lot of goodies we don't do in terms of football, taking some different level in CAF? Or if you say this mistake or this decision go wipe out all of in good images where you don't try for portray since he become CAF president? 079 994 993. We'll come talk to Kendall on that shortly in the program again in respect of the decision taken by CAF against Senegal. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, General Toby.
Yes.
Concerned citizen frequency.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, they're talking about this CAF decision action we didn't take against Senegal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, CAF can't punish him twice. They don't levy fine against Senegal. Okay, they bring the game into this repeat, and we all waiting. But later, I mean, they able to get to them, they talk to them, the game time finished. The game end. When we all waiting for make the game end. Then again, Senegal get champion complain. Where they lay. During the match is gone, the Moroccan fans and the later, within the pass and the Senegal fans they are, we don't normally do until the young player. They go distract the play outside and play put the water bottle or towel, then go all that. So for me, CAF stand and take this kind of decision. At the local double some of the organizations full of you can't do that when you don't find the man. And you are ethnical. Some people don't get idea more than make we see how this thing will end. Thank you, Toby.
All right. Let's take some more calls, and we come to a guest again. So this is a controversy that will continue down the line. I'll tell you for sure, because Senegal don't put an official communication that they will appeal the decision to the courts of arbitration for sports when a CAS. So let's see how all that will result to at the end. Good morning. Your name is Sadiko from.
Yeah, Toby, Thomas.
Yes, Thomas. Kindly go ahead.
Thank you very much. Very good topic. We pray that all the advice they get to. It seems them, the people they play football, will try to work towards them. It's why they see some football, but you succeed in academy. When you get academy, you're able to teach people and they get education and they know it. All them players they take drugs too. And because of the lack of education, if you them will take tramadol, they will get more power. But then get people to teach you and tell them say avoid drugs. If you see Mohamed Kalong, maybe all the players and say he stay from drugs. Mohamed Kalong, if you driver earlier, when you go now Bronx, and you still maintain not drugs, they push far from home and business. We play, we get time for rest. And say SCN and all been asleep. We play the rest. Even if you want a man say, when you doing that, you want a job. When you get time for rest, they get more strength for do you work extra. So we play as a lot by let them take their time, let them take this football career, they send a job. Not the coach position time for sleep or coach position not take this. This will not say that the work at the work.
With Joe Thomas. We'll take two more calls and come to a guest in the studio. So the issue about Senegal and Morocco, this will go down for a couple of more days. Let's watch how things unfold. Good morning.
Hello, yes. Howdy morning.
Yes, your name was how call you from?
I call from Angola, Brema.
Brema, go ahead, please.
Yes. This decision wouldn't take against Senegal. What about the ref? When I'm blue, man score clean goal, accept. So that make the man vex. I talk about what about Real Madrid? All them boycott the ballon. When or not give it.
And that is I beg you, that is different. If a club chooses not to attend a ceremony, that is the right of the club. If a club chooses not to attend a ceremony, whether it's a ceremony organized by CAF or FIFA or UEFA, if the club decides, say, our players or our technical team will not honor, that is their right, and obviously that has to do with any suspension. And we all see the heavy fines which have been levied against both Senegal and Morocco. So what will be the implication if CAS overturn this decision? Felix said that's also going to dampen the credibility of a tournament with a lot of good memories. The most prestigious trophy in the continent is currently going down the drain because of a decision we CAF disciplinary committee don't take against Senegal. We're not going to take any calls again. We definitely now go back and join we guest. We're currently Kendall. Kendall, welcome back, and you don't get from we callers. What you make up of their own concerns this morning before we talk about the Senegal and Morocco saga? Welcome back, and you don't get from we callers. Hello, Kendall, you get me? Hello, you get me now? Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I'm not the get.
Yeah, but you get me now. You get me now? Yeah, I really get you. We get you clear. Yes, clear. But I think let me just see. Yeah, Kendall, hello, you get me now? Hello? But I think it might maybe come from your end now. But you get me clear. But let's see.
It says muted.
Well, I don't think if not from then yeah, just check your phone. But I don't think it's from our end. As we get you loud and clear. So we are working behind the scene for let we just get back. We guessed currently, but it's about the issue with on the surround Senegal, and we all know that this is something where the Senegal Football Federation SEF don't question in respect of the decision we've been taken by CAF. But we definitely go short. Let's go for a quick break. We get shortly back in the program.
OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 Leons. Plus 153 spins. One to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet. OneXBet.sl or app, enter promo code NSL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 Leons. Plus 153 spins. One to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with OneXBet.
All right, welcome back. So you get me now, Kendall? You get me clear?
Yeah.
All right.
I get you now.
All right. There is a very bad precedent. But I don't want to say bad. There is a very controversial news surrounding the continent of Africa. We just see yesterday that CAF has stripped off the champions from Senegal and award to the host nation Morocco. What do you make up of this news?
It's really unfortunate. I begin to see at first that some social media platform them I feel to say that be the prank like I couldn't believe it until I begin to see on network like ESPN, and I was like, what? like it took me like it surprised me. Like I do not agree with the decision. I think it's shameful for the folks, the people that we sit on at this committee. Um, I did criticize the Senegalese coach and for the decision we make for workout.
Yeah.
Um, that same day, I think that decision was wrong. And according to the laws of the game, the ref could have called off the game after 15 minutes. But the ref not called off the game. The ref decided to restart the game. And to me, based on my opinion, as you mentioned earlier, um, the fact that the ref restarts the game and resume the game, and that should stand. So I've done some research over the like yesterday. I spent some time. I look at the CAF rule where the site. There is no provision about who has the authority to enforce that rule there in the CAF provision. So in the CAF rules, there is no provision. So now, when you argue that they are so legally now, you go now to IFAB rules, and according to Rule 5, it says that the referee now in the arbitrator.
Yeah.
So now the referee now they make the decision. So if I quote the rule exactly, I put on the Facebook page yesterday.
Yeah.
Social media page. It says the try for friend verbatim of, but it clearly says now the referee, the center referee. You know, if you say like match official, whatever. It specifically say now the center referee now
will determine
responsible. Now responsible for determine. Look at it says the referee is the sole arbiter of abandonment under IFAB Law 5. The referee has the full authority to stop, suspend, or abandon the match for any offenses or because of outside interference. The decision to abandon the match due to a team's refusal to play rests entirely with the referee on the pitch. There is no other provision that I know of to go by where allow a federation appeals committee or whatever committee for overrule this. You can teams can forfeit a game if they're feeling ineligible player. That is completely different from a team arriving late. It's the same thing. So sometimes Bakuta and the way game don't play where the away team they arrive late. But their rules say if you arrive like say after 30 minutes before kickoff time, you're supposed to forfeit the game. Even at youth level like you go traffic and you arrive late after 15 minutes. By law, you forfeit the game. But based on certain circumstances, the referee can determine, or the match officials then can determine for still go ahead and play that game day. And if they play the game and you lost the game, you cannot come back and say, oh, because this team here, they arrive late, therefore don't forfeit the game anyways. For me, I put all entities under the same category. It's completely different from when you feel an ineligible player. And again, ineligible player, that's outside of the referee, because the referee know the check player ID card and stuff like that. So that the boardroom, that the rules committee that they do it. But this is a disciplinary issue. I don't think for disciplinary issue
for strip off champion from
there
Posse.
is no precedent that I know of. There is no precedent that I know of where you stripped somebody of victory because of like a disciplinary issue in this context. And again, the closest I can come up with lies in Africa as well. In 2019, Wydad AC versus Esperance. This is ironically in the reverse. There was in the match, player refused. This was CAF Champions League, a final between Wydad FC, Wydad AC and Esperance Tunis. There was some issue with the VAR, like a protest where the Wydad player they refused to resume the match in protest of a broken VAR system.
Mm-hmm.
The referee eventually blew the whistle to abandon the match, and CAF awarded the victory. The referee awarded the victory to Esperance because Wydad refused for play or for return to the pitch and play the game. So Wydad forfeit the game. Wydad go to CAF appeals committee. Same thing where Morocco do so. This in this case now Wydad they decide not for play.
Mm-hmm.
But then go appeal. And again, this is a different decision in the reverse, ironically enough, which even exposed CAF as people learn about this. CAF, this same CAF
disciplinary, yeah.
They decide for the match be replayed. In this case, they decide for let the match be replayed. And Esperance said no. The referee decision should be final. The referee blow the whistle, say the game done, and now we win the game. And guess what? Then go to CAS. Guess what was the ruling of CAS? CAS rules say CAS did not rule on the offense. According to CAS ruling, CAS say the on-field decision should be upheld. That's the closest precedence. Again, I'm not a lawyer. Legal minds can do deeper research.
Okay.
And come up with other theory them. But based on me on information that we made able for friend over this past 12, 16 hours, that's the closest precedence I can come up with.
All right.
And if you go by this, it should favor Senegal because this is the closest that CAF has ruled, especially when it comes to African football. And CAF rules say the referee decision for stand.
Plenty, thank you. We share with you time. If you look at the time right now, it's like 8 a.m. now, not the United States, then it's 12 to win. But thank you very much for sharing with you time and always give you the open hand when we need you in some of this critical conversation that had to do with players' development. We also talk lengthily about that. Hope football administrators and coaches might not learn a lot from this program this morning. You also share with me in experience with the issue involving Senegal and Morocco. So Senegal said they're going to appeal the decision at CAS. And so the players again of Senegal say they're going to play Peru in an international friendly. They will also display the AFCON trophy in that friendly. What are the implementations? What will be the next action? I appreciate DJ Wonder with the three. We'll give you all the technical support now at the studios. Abubakar Bendu, and I make you watch you live on our Facebook page. We want to tell guests thank you for joining all the way and so today this morning. So you will listen and call. You weren't able to pick your call not because of time. Join me again in our next episode of Epic Sports. But for now, have a wonderful day and goodbye.
website 1xbet.sl or app. Enter promo code NSL.